Hey folks, Jim and Leila here. Happy New Year! We're back again with more episodes of Geeking Out. It's episode 176.
Wow, we're getting really close to 200. Like,
yeah,
really
we're only 25, 24 weeks away.
Wow.
Yeah, what should we do for that?
I don't know if we can top episode number 100. So.
No, it's going to be very hard unless we get some major celeb appearances in here.
Leanna. Anyway, no.
Well, there's other celebs we can invite.
That's true. But they wouldn't be as good as Leanna.
No, because, well, you know, she is Queen of the Geeks.
That's right.
But anyway, let's get to some reviews. I'll let you start off.
Okay. All right. Well, first up, we've got Avengers X-Sanction. This is number 2 of 4. So in this one, Cable's mission to prevent Hope's death continues as he takes on, in this one, Iron Man after kicking the crap out of Falcon and Captain America last issue.
Who doesn't want to kick the crap out of Falcon?
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so this was another action-packed offering from Loeb and McGuinness with lots of emotion as they sort of explore the relationship between Hope and Cable prior to this series in like sort of flashbacks.
I like McGuinness's art on Hope. She looks like a really cute kid.
Yes, yeah. As a child, it looks really cool. And like we were generally talking about this, about how I generally like McGuinness's art. Sometimes I long for more background detail.
As you said, sometimes it can be a little blocky, and definitely his backgrounds need work.
You know, but like I think that's why they often keep like the I don't know, screenshots for for lack of a better word. We'll use movie terminology, I guess. Sort of like the storyboard. They keep it like really, like the shot is really sort of tight, so you don't have to worry about all of that. And then he goes to a lot of detail in the characters.
Yeah, he does a lot of shoulder shots or head shots and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that works.
Exactly. So that really works. So props, you know, to McGuinness for that. I am enjoying this series so far. I mean, it's just light, popcorny kind of fun. Imagine if it was a movie. It's one of those ones where you check your brain at the door and you eat your popcorn. It's kind of like that. I'm really enjoying it.
Next up, we have School Bites, volumes 3 through 5. And in this one, the gang tries to help Cleo get over her embarrassing rendezvous with a handsome senior, which leads to a trip to the mortal realm as Cherry meets her heart's desire and gets into even more trouble. I'm a big fan of Holly's strip here. This is one of my favorite strips to read every week online. And yeah, you can read it online for free every week, but do yourself a favor, go buy the trade paperbacks. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, the coloring's gorgeous.
The coloring is gorgeous. The art, you get to see Holly's evolution as an artist throughout this book as it goes along. And it's simply gorgeous work. I simply adore it. It's a lot of fun. And for any teenage girls, it's probably going to be a really good read. I recommend it for manga fans as well, because the art style is very reminiscent. Amera manga, as we call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're a manga fan, or if you like Gothic Lolita stuff or vampire stuff, yeah, this is a lot of fun, and it's a good, more or less all ages safe series.
All right. Next up, we've got Uncanny X-Force. This is number 19.1, which indicates for...
God, I hate that .1 thing.
This indicates for you Marvel fans a good point to jump onto Uncanny X-Force, but we'll get to that in a minute. So in this one, the Age of Apocalypse X-Men refuse to leave their dimension with Uncanny X-Force, so now they take their final stand against Weapon X. And Jean Grey and the team come up with a desperate solution, one that's kind of difficult for Magneto to accept. And with the help of Prophet, they set their plan in motion. But can he and the Exterminated really be trusted? The stage is set for Age of Apocalypse number 1, which is a new series that's going to be coming out from David Lapham and Roberto De La Torre. So
how many times have they done the Age of Apocalypse over and over again?
I think there's like at least 4 big books. But apparently, you know... Again, I have to say, though, that this was awesome. It was an excellent read. I wasn't too fussy on the art, but the story is just so good. Like, it was a complete page turner. I was like, wow, it's over already by the time I got to the end. I really wanted to know what happened next. Now, if you're an Uncanny X-Force fan, you might go, well, where's the Uncanny X-Force part of this? Because it's really all Age of Apocalypse stuff. So they're using this book heavily to sort of advertise for the new series, and yeah, there's some limited tie-in to Uncanny X-Force, but not really a lot. So for those fans, it might be kind of disappointing, but it just really made me look forward to Age of Apocalypse. It was a really good read.
Next up, we have Extinction Seed, #1. In this one, Cynthia Morgan breaks into a museum to steal an ancient relic, and for her mysterious client. But trying to deliver it proves difficult as she is hunted by neo-Nazis that also want the relic.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, gotta love those neo-Nazis. They're everywhere. Okay, this is another GG Studios book, so of course the art, as always, gorgeous. Translation is a little off in places, but I forgive it for that because it's translating from Italian, which is very hard language to translate. But yeah, it's another really fun book in the series. I quite enjoyed the #0 issue. So if you're looking for a good new series to start off, this is a pretty good one. This happens in 1963. So the technology and everything they're using seems a way off. I mean, and the fashion, I mean, they're like, okay, this does not seem right at all. But if you can forgive it for kind of messing up with timelines and everything like that, it's a good read.
Do you think they were kind of going for like a steampunkish kind of angle, or
no? Because then you'd have to be in the Victorian era.
Yeah, I guess. So they're just completely off all over the place.
Oh yeah,
they were even going
there's so much technology and fashion that just doesn't work. It would never have been seen in the 60s. So yeah, it doesn't really work here. But I mean, the art is gorgeous, as I said, and the story is it's a fun adventure. I recommend it for anyone who's probably into like books like Danger Girl.
Okay.
It's kind of in that type of vibe. So yeah, check it out if you get a chance. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, next up we've got Wolverine and the X-Men, Alpha and Omega. This is the first of a 5-issue miniseries, so not the same as just Wolverine and the X-Men that's going on in part of the whole like Regenesis thing. So in this one, Quentin Quire, also known as Kid Omega, has been enrolled in the Jean Grey School by Wolverine, and he's rebelling against Wolverine's attempt to set him straight forcibly.
Go, kid, go!
Yeah. So soon Wolverine will discover that the hardest prison to escape will be his own mind, and what will the coup of, what will be the cost of Kid Omega's coup is going to be the interesting part, it looks like, from the series. So I've got to say that this was an interesting beginning. I mean, Kid Omega is a really interesting character in that he's got so much power, but he's so really unstable, so you never know what he's going to do with all of that. So Brian Wood has a lot to play with here and seems to be making the most of it, and I can't wait for issue #2 because it looks like this could be a even cooler read than just the regular series.
Next up, we have the Immortal, #1. And in this one, branded a traitor by his fellow samurai, Amane is attacked and left for dead. When he is found by a mysterious tattooist, his life is saved and changed forever as he is connected to an immortal Oni through a mysterious tattoo. Interesting premise, really nice art, good story. I quite enjoyed this one. It's very different. It goes into Japanese history, which is always nice.
The tattoo angle is
and the Oni, the demons, and samurai and ninja. Yeah, it's all here. It's all a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed it. If you're trying to see something a little different, I highly recommend it. It's a good read. And what the world needs is a little bit of different in the world. So yeah, check this one out. I quite enjoyed it.
Okay, so last but not least for me is Fatale. So this is a new offering by the Brubaker Phillips team that you might be familiar with from Criminal.
Good series.
Yeah, good series. So in this one, we're first introduced to Nicholas Lash, who finds himself the executor of the estate of a family friend named Dominic H. Raines, who's like a prolific author of detective novels, and he's passed away. But Nicholas also meets Josephine, and his life is forever changed. Who is she? Is she just another beautiful woman under the threat or under the thumb of a terrifying mobster, or is there something a lot more to her? Wow, this is awesome. I really, really liked it. It was a great mix of like crime noir and horror. Obviously, if you like Criminal, you're going to like this. It has, very similar root or core to it.
And it's probably going to be one of those books where in 2 months everyone's going to want it.
Yeah, everyone's going to want it, and it's already on back order.
Yep, so
if you see it and you think that you might be interested...
You best pick it up. It's probably going to be worth like $20 in 2 months.
Yeah, probably. Because I just thought it was a really solid first book. There's so much that they have to accomplish in the first one, so there's so much we still don't know. It's all over the place, and it's even in different time periods and all that. But I think it'll be one of those things where it'll take 2 or 3 issues to really get going, but I'm really interested so far, and I love Ed Brubaker as a writer, so I just can't wait to see more of this one.
And last, and certainly not least for me, is Memorial #1. And in this one, we meet M, a young woman who arrives at a hospital in Portland, Oregon with no memory of her past. A year later, M has rebuilt her life only to find it again in turmoil after she inherits a magical shop that is always changing location. Oh, I love this book. It's so wonderfully drawn. It's so wonderfully written. This is a great fantasy story. Basically, this poor girl who doesn't know even who she is being hunted by these fantasy creatures.
Interesting.
And the magical shop she accidentally finds basically opens up her memories and a key. Oh, there's so much going on.
Yeah, you don't want to just tell too much.
I don't want to say too much. Just do yourself a favor. Go read this book. I absolutely adored it to bits. Great art, great story, wonderful characters, and it has a really nice, fun sense of play in there. Cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I can't say anything bad about it. Check it out if you get a chance. It was wonderful. We will see you next week for Geeking Out episode 177.